All right, everyone, welcome to the Outerhaven Podcast, episode number 83, right here on the Outerhaven.net. Different voice starting off the show this week. Of course, you know me as the Anime Pulse over on the Outerhaven.net. Love my columns. I hope you do. JJ Pietro here up in the house. And we've got the person who we answer to, the boss of bosses, the one and only Shadow Haxer himself, Keith Mitchell. What's up, Keith?
What's up, Josh? Oh man, today just freaking blows. I wish it was over already. And my ears won't stop ringing. Oh my god.
Oh man, tell me about it. I had kind of a sour day myself, but we're not alone on that. There's one other person who had a pretty sour day himself. It is Mr. Young Navigator, now Navigator, Mr. Herpaderp of the site, CJ Bowman. Clinton, what's going on, man?
Man, I wish it was a better day. At least I took the day off of work to actually try to recover, and I'm not fully recovered, but I think I can go back to work on Monday, so I should be fine.
Yeah, you should totally stop. Yeah.
Look, working with kids, especially kindergartners, don't know how to cover their mouth.
No, shut up. You just don't like being treated like Vegeta. Shut up.
I am the Oh no. Dragon Ball Z Abridged. God, I love that show. But Josh, man, since you're the guy leading off the show today, introduce the topics.
Yeah, speaking of Dragon Ball Bridge, oh my god, I have not even watched that yet. I know, what's wrong with me?
Yes, Josh, you need to totally do a binge on that. Just do it. Do it.
People have actually compiled season 1, 2, and 3 into like long form movies.
Yeah,
get on that.
Well, I do have next 2 days off, so it should give me something to do.
That's
So
6 hours off.
I'll write it down on a piece of paper or something.
That's 6 or 7 hours of your day that you'll lose.
So, topics this week. One of them's got all three of us kind of up in a bit of a tizzy, and it's coming out of the Sony camp.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just jump right into this one and get all of our frustration out of the way. Sony has decided that the PlayStation Vita's first-party support is done. So, yeah, there's going to be no more first-party games coming out for the Vita until either Sony decides they're going to do it again or just possibly never. Honestly, I'll start off by saying I could actually see this happening, only because if you look at the handheld market since the beginning of handhelds, Nintendo has pretty much dominated everything from the original Game Boy up to the 3DS/2DS. They've always been the kings, and with mobile games, rivaling Nintendo now and essentially just, taking over like the lion's share of the market. Even Nintendo's even feeling that. There's been no place for Sony, but not with the PSP and not with the Vita. And I know there's loyalists out there who basically love the library of games and will swear by it and all the good stuff, but you have to admit the Vita has never been a very good handheld system, and it hasn't been competition for neither Nintendo or the mobile game market. So this was inevitable. I know they tried to promise some things with the PlayStation 4 with the Vita interactivity. That never even came about. We're still actually waiting for that to happen. So, yeah, this is... I mean, a lot of people were shocked, but I'm not. I actually saw this coming from a mile away, and it was only a matter of time before Sony pulled the plug on the Vita. And I highly doubt, after the PSP and the Vita just kind of tanked, I highly doubt they're going to get back into the handheld gaming market, because it's just Nintendo and mobile. I mean, look at Sega with the Game Gear. Did that take off? Fuck
well,
no.
That's Sega. I'm not going to count that. Sega made a lot of dumb decisions.
But also in the same gear with that, I mean, the Sega Game Gear did do well. It did do well. The only thing that really killed it was the idea of either you need a Genesis AC adapter to run it or 6 AA batteries.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because that's a requirement. Because remember, the original Game Boy needed 4 batteries.
Yeah, but the original Game Boy still...
And it wasn't in color. That was the Game Gear's quote-unquote secret weapon. It was in color. It needed more power.
Oh, yeah, of course it needed more power, But you see, that we understand. But, the general consumer doesn't really understand that. They just see 6 AA batteries, and it's like, whatever, even though it's not in color. Plus, there was more people willing to produce games on the Nintendo handheld than it was the Sega handheld.
You know what?
Keep in mind, there was a whole bevy of other handhelds that tried to come into the market. One of the actually better ones to come out on the market and didn't really get any real traction was the Neo Geo Pocket.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought you were about to say Atari Lynx. I was about to say, what the fuck are you talking about?
I wasn't going to say the Wonder Swan either. But you know, the Neo Geo.
TurboGrafx 16 portable.
Yeah, oh god. But like the N-Gage.
Oh dear lord.
Oh dear lord.
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy was a mess for a whole different reason. But you know, the idea that the Neo Geo Pocket was probably the one handheld game console that could have possibly gone somewhere. But the thing about it was Neo Geo wasn't necessarily known as a home console system. It was known as an arcade thing. So to break that was a little hard, and they didn't really have much in the way of games. I think Sega also did produce a game for them in Sonic Pocket Adventure for that one, and that was like the first time Sega actually went out of their ecosystem to make a game for another system until the Game Boy Advance came around with Sonic Advance. Nintendo just knows how to market handhelds. Even fit the Game & Watch. You said the Game Boy, I go back to the Game & Watch.
I don't count that.
I count that. And also, even so much so, the closest thing for handheld gaming was also the Tiger Electronics series.
Oh
Everybody
dear God!
those.
Let's get back on track.
But
now we're just doing nostalgia track here.
No. I mean, but you know, Sony coming with the PSP. Sony would have been successful with the PSP had their console not been so easily modifiable.
I don't.
If they did not know, here's the thing: had they not had a system that was easily hacked, and every time they tried to hot fix it, people would just find a way to jailbreak it literally less than a week afterwards.
I don't agree. The reason why I say this is because it's statistics. So it's just like any kind of piracy. So okay, so you have a 4 or 5% number of people that are actually hacking, modifying their system to play a game, versus the rest of the majority who are actually going to the store and buying their games or downloading their games. It's the small majority that you're not going to feel a pinch. It's not going to bother you, because just like they're like, we're losing money. Well, you never had that money to lose, so you can't really lose it. So I never agree when people start saying that. It's always a small percentage of people that are doing it. Always. It has never gotten over like 20%. Because it's just not commonplace.
But also, remember, 20% is still a large number.
That's not really a large number.
You don't think so? Excuse me. Excuse me. You don't think so?
No, but I mean, getting back on track to the Vita. Honestly, I partially agree with what Josh was saying. Mobile marketing has been killing a lot of people, a lot of sales.
Oh,
just
yeah.
the way it is. But also at the same time, this also falls under the Sega camp, where Sony just doesn't know what to do with their system, and they've not listened to their fans, and they've frustrated companies who have not produced games on there that used to make tons of games on the PSP. The Vita is a Sony-based, Japanese-based handheld platform that would have did gangbusters had Sony had the games on it that people have been asking for.
Right.
Case in point, where the freak is the Monster Hunter, Sony? Nintendo's been had them for the last couple of games.
You want to know why Nintendo had them for the last couple of games? Because Nintendo was actually the one to be like, listen, we will actually help you with the whole online
That's what I'm
play.
saying. It's all management. The Vita, and here's the sad part. The Vita runs circle around the damn 3DS. But a beautiful piece of hardware that's going down a shitter because you can't market it properly, and you can't support it properly, and you don't know how to manage two systems at the same time. And then what makes it worse is you go out. So we were talking about this for the podcast. So they denied their drop in support for the Vita.
Bullshit. I mean,
then they take certain things off. What was it? YouTube and something else they took off.
Yeah.
And then they announced new Vita colors.
I think they also took out Skype as well.
They took a bunch of stuff, and then they announced new colors for the Vita for the US, and then they announced that blue color exclusive for the US.
Yep.
And then they were like, "Oh, hi, yeah, no more first party support,"
which is like full of shit.
Now, now it's not the end of it, but it basically is telling you that the Vita is circling the drain. It's on its way out.
Right.
A lot of indie companies are still making games for it. A lot of third party companies are still making games for it.
Right.
But that's gonna get real small real fast. And like Josh alluded to it, the PlayStation 4 aspect, the remote control, it wasn't really that good
Are you
because
talking about remote play? Yeah.
yeah, I mean I tried it and it's good, but again it's wireless, so you have latency, and then you don't have as many buttons on the Vita as you do as a PlayStation 4 controller. So you're trying to map and do other things. It doesn't work as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
you do lose. Don't you lose like you lose 4 buttons?
yeah, I mean it was a noble effort, but for Sony to go market it and say, "Oh, well, you can buy a Vita and use it for a remote control for your PlayStation 4,"
They got sued for that.
that was bullshit. You shouldn't have done that.
They had a class action lawsuit levied against them for that. And what basically really kills the Vita, in my personal opinion, is the proprietary memory card. Like,
Yeah,
and the fact that the price still hasn't dropped.
well, it's not going to drop because it's proprietary. It's not going to drop.
Which
That
is
is Sony having you buy the balls, saying, okay, you want to save your stuff, you want to have more than 3 or 4 games on your Vita, then you got to buy memory cards. And people were not liking that shit because they were not cheap. I have a Vita, and I ended up buying a 32 gig card for it, and I was like, I think I spent like $60 for it. Don't try and buy a 64 gig card unless you find it on sale.
All right, I'm going to GameStop right now to look it up.
You're actually, when you coming back?
No.
You said you were going.
A 32 gig PlayStation Vita memory card at GameStop.com is $80.
It went up because it was cheap. Wait, you said 32 or 64?
32.
It went up then. I didn't pay that much.
I'm gonna actually let me go on Amazon.com and double check that.
Yeah, it's GameStop, so yeah, I would just go to Best Buy or Amazon. You go to Amazon, I'll go to Best Buy.
All right, so I'm on Amazon right now. It's $60 for a 32 gig memory card.
60 or 70?
60.
Yeah, Best Buy's got it 79.
Yeah, so anywhere from like $60 to $80.
And then like I said, don't even look at the 64 gig version. Holy shit!
Because in all honesty, the 64 gig version is $86.98.
You know what I'm going to do with my Vita because I don't really play it that much. My son my son scratched the screen, so I can't really sell it. Actually, I could. Yeah, I totally could sell it, but I'll just take out the 32 gig card, put it inside my PS TV, and just all right, here you go to town.
Yeah, and it's actually not exactly overpriced either by any means whatsoever because I'm on PriceWatch.com, and we all know that the memory cards are nothing more than just simply flash memory. Here's a 32 gig USB flash memory stick for $4.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
hell.
Not exactly overpriced or nothing. I mean, yeah.
No, it's just Sony being Sony.
What a 60? You said a 64 gig
generic
micro
card.
SD?
Yeah. It's not really rare to find 32 gigs. I bought it.
Well, a 64 gig micro SD right now, SanDisk Ultra is what? $25.
That's what I'm saying. I bought a 128 gig card for like $18 at Best Buy. Granted, it was on sale, but there's my point. Half the amount of a 64 gig card, which I think is about $100 and something.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
And let's see what the 64 gig, the 32 gig again on Amazon is what, $60? It's $60, like I said.
Yeah.
A 128 gig micro SD Class 10 SanDisk Ultra Black, $60.
Don't be calling me black.
No, that's what the card is.
Lost.
But yeah, anyways. It's $60. So I mean, it doesn't make sense that Sony's doing this. And on top of that, I mean, their games, on average, Nintendo does sell their games for about what, $40?
Actually, 30 to 40 depends on the title.
Depends on the title. Most of Sony's games come out at $40. The only way a game will come out at 20 is if it's like a remake, and even then it's a little iffy because Ultimate Marvel came out at 40. Mortal Kombat 9 came out at about 40. And Cross Tekken came out about 40. Like, so it really depends. I just think Sony just doesn't have a clue how to really manage the games market, even though they have a stranglehold on the home console market.
Yeah, and here's some like really odd news to go along with this too, because right on the heels of Sony announcing that the Vita was getting no first-party support, and of course this is just in Japan, they're actually coming out with a Gundam Extreme Versus Force limited edition for both the Vita and PlayStation TV.
But remember, they're Japanese exclusive, so I mean, I don't know if the Japanese PS TV has a region lock.
I don't know. That's actually a good question. But yeah, moving along from that then, who cares? It's Vita. Fuck Sony, as we all say. Since I'm, the anime guy, and this is a story we found out just moments before the podcast, let's bring some light to it. So, there is a copyright infringement movement going on in regards to anime.
Oh,
Now,
sorry,
as
Josh.
we know,
Sorry, Josh. Real quick, just want to answer that question that we had before. As of the 3.30 update for the PlayStation Vita TV, yeah, you can. It's actually region free.
oh, well, there you go. I guess that's one bonus. Too bad there's not going to be enough Vitas around to use it, so whatever.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so copyright infringement's been a thing in Japan with anime. Now, as you know, they've got this coalition going on where they're trying to shut down sites left and right. As a matter of fact, AnimeTake.com, I think, got hit about 6 months ago. And then all of a sudden, we ran the story on Outerhaven that Funimation was now saying that any type of fan art was considered copyright infringement. Now they're taking it a step further because Halloween is just around the corner. A Japanese lawyer has stated that making cosplay for others is now copyright infringement because you yourself portraying a character is infringing on the likeness and trademarks and patents of that character. What the actual fuck? All right, so
It
what
makes me
they're basically
really
saying.
want. It makes me really want to say really N-word. Like that's
No.
That's
Don't-
how
No.
mind-blowingly retarded this is.
Don't do it.
I mean, I'm not.
So
but
every single gaming convention, every single comic book convention, every single anime convention, pretty much any convention where you cosplay, sell doujinshi, fan art, posters, stuffed animals, plushies, I don't give a fuck. Anything that you make yourself that is not coming from an official licensee is now pretty much illegal. Because with Funimation, this random Japanese lawyer, and everybody else just screaming copyright infringement against anime, pretty much you are taking a niche genre that pretty much every geek and otaku in America loves and around the world loves, and you're just alienating it from everybody. Congratulations.
Well, let me get my 2 cents in, and before I do that, I feel like I'm playing a game of Street Fighter because we just got a new challenger in. What's up, Mace?
Greetings, people. I have returned from the place of shopping and buying headphones.
no. Find a new rival. Boo-boo. What's
Okay.
up, man?
Anyway. Oh no. So, we talked about this before we started the podcast, and I think this lawyer is smoking some kind of crack, or he's a newbie, or she's a newbie, or just trying to make a name for himself. Because last time I checked, personal usage isn't the same as creativity. If I'm creating something, that's not the same as me using it. So I don't get that.
Here's the thing. I mean, anime law. I mean, law in terms of anime, in terms of any kind of copyright infringement, is extremely broad everywhere. Even in the United States. Here's the thing. Media law. Let's talk about media law. Let's talk about
Let's
making
not do
AMV.
that.
Let's talk about AMVs. Now, if you go into AMVs, yes, there is a potential because you are breaking copyright law in a lot of ways, unless you can prove that it's for educational use.
Actually, you're breaking on international levels too, because not only are you using, Japanese footage for anime, you're actually using American songs that you don't have licenses to. So
It's not even just American songs, American, European, whatever. But keep in mind, if the content that you're making derivatives of, and the whole completed project originates in America, it's still under, and it's hosted to an American site, it still falls under American law. So in the same respect, they could say, hey, take this down. I'm like, no, I'm actually doing this for educational use under fair use.
Well, let me play devil advocate. Well, let me play smart person advocate. So, say people stop doing this cosplay, which they're not going to do, and they stop doing AMVs. Don't you think the interest in certain animes, or most animes, just, I don't know, might fade away to obscurity and people stop giving a shit?
It'll
And then-
obviously dwindle.
And then the companies will start losing money and like, fuck, it's not worth it anymore because we don't have money. You see what I'm getting at? It's a spiral effect here. You want to come after people, then people are going to lose interest in your craft.
Do you want me to say, yo, thank you for speaking, Captain Obvious, or do you really want me to be like, all right, look,
I thought you were going to say, do you want a cookie? Because I was totally going to say yes.
I want a cookie too, but
Well, you're sick. You're not allowed to have a cookie.
well, if you do, it's gonna be a sugar cookie. You have to work your way up to chocolate chip.
Damn it.
But in all honesty, hey, sugar cookies can be good.
No, they can't. Keep going.
But in all honesty, it's fairly obvious that money is gonna go down. I mean, I could take plenty of examples from different things, even the NFL, and UFC, all this kind of stuff. If you don't have the fans to drum up interest in your products, come on, like you're doing yourself a disservice. And I think what's going on right now with a lot of misinformation going around as well. You know, we're actually like everywhere is doing a disservice. I mean, I don't think that it's possible that people will go after cosplay makers for infringing on copyrights because it wouldn't make sense and there's no money in it.
And on top of that, how are you going to enforce it?
You can't really.
That's the thing. I mean,
especially unless listen, the only way you can really enforce it if they're online. And then again, Japanese law can't necessarily extend to American law.
But that's my thing. You know, say you enforce it in Japan. How are you going to enforce it here? How are you going to enforce it in Europe? How are you going to enforce it in, anywhere other than your native country? You simply cannot.
Especially since America doesn't give a fuck about anybody's law other than their own.
Well, they do unless, if money is involved. A lot of money. Just saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man.
So that's pretty much we're giving it our no fucks given. Carry on.
Mace.
All right, carrying on then. Here's a story that Keith is probably going to piece out on for a little bit. WWE 2K16 is right around the corner. It's coming out, in about a week and a half or so. Actually, no, it's actually coming out this week. Tuesday. Wow, yeah. I don't even know what date it is. That's one of the follies of working at iVox Solutions. You just lose track of time.
It's coming out this Tuesday.
It's coming out this Tuesday. WWE 2K16 coming out this Tuesday, and they announced for mobile devices, the Creation Studio is coming. What is the Creation Studio? Well, it is the way you can actually take a selfie and basically create your own custom superstar with your likeness in the game by obviously, doctoring up your image in the Creation Studio and then transferring it over to your respective console. So it is actually, they actually had that last year, didn't they? The Creation Studio.
No, that was more for that was like they didn't even do any kind of app for that. The Creation Studio was a little different. The Creation Studio, you upload it to a website. So you would upload it to a website, and then you would take the face, and you'd have to do a whole bunch of work to it, Photoshop work. So you have to for that one, you would have to actually have some kind of Photoshop knowledge in order for that to work.
Gotcha.
This one is more like take a picture of your face and just go ham.
Yeah, they definitely simplified it over the last version. That's basically what I was trying to get at. So.
Yeah, pretty much this version. I mean, they use the example. If you look at the WWE 2K Dev YouTube, they use an example of creating Stephen Amell from Arrow. So they basically created Arrow in the game.
We didn't see that coming because he just didn't have a match with Stardust, and
I know, right? But as an example, so you can take yourself and put yourself in the game, and this is a feature that a lot of WWE games fans have been trying to get in the game for years. They wanted something like this for years, and they're finally getting it in a better fashion than last year. Obviously, the game altogether is better than last year in a lot of ways. Also, with WWE 2K16, we now know we have the achievements and trophies as well as the game size. The game download size will be about 40 gigs of data.
Jesus.
40 gigs of data. The exact count is 38.69 gigs.
No, actually, that deserves a fucking Zandig. Jesus.
The game is huge. Also, there is achievements. Online achievements have been really scaled down, but there's also achievements from my career that have been scaled up. There's also apparently a new feature called 2K Tonight, which I believe you'll be able to play the match for SmackDown, Raw, maybe NXT, depending on what the card is. But there's no real information on that.
So I guess that's part of the Xbox One and PlayStation 4's promise that content will be streamed as it comes out. Like I think they were talking about like NBA 2K16, where if roster changes happen, it'll be automatically updated on the game. So I guess if you're watching Monday Night Raw and they have I don't know, another rematch between Big Show and Brock Lesnar, you can actually play that match that week.
Yeah, pretty much. And you get
That's pretty cool.
And if you win the main event, of 2K tonight, you get a trophy for that, or a trophy or a 15 gamer score achievement for it.
Not bad. I actually like that. That keeps things fresh. I mean, now is it just matches, or can they actually replay an entire card? Because that would be even better.
I believe you should be able to play an entire card.
Wow.
But also,
right,
there's
so
other.
Why am I not pre-ordering this right now?
There's also an achievement, Suplex City, where you execute either German suplex number 4 or back suplex number 2 10 times in a match. So I mean, you want to go ham, and then also they have another one where you can reverse a curb stop into the RKO finisher. So you can recreate a whole bunch of fun stuff in this game. WWE Universe mode has been retooled as well. If you remember, WWE Universe mode was kind of like, you could create your own cards, but it was kind of boring. This time around, they say, yeah. Josh, I don't know if you played SmackDown vs. Raw 2008.
I have the game. They all bleed together for me, so you'd have to try and remind me of what it was.
The WWE 24/7 mode, where the whole season mode that they had.
Yeah.
They took elements from that and put it in this, where your opponent can get injured and taken off the card. You can get stat boosts on occasion, and everything status effects affects your rivalries and gameplay and your rosters in a lot of ways. You can also modify the different things, so you can actively change them from face to heel by picking certain traits.
Yeah, I saw that they had like 7 or 8 different types of tweaks you can do.
Yeah, like you can either egotistical heel or prideful heel, a respectful heel or a disrespectful heel, a disciplined character or an aggressive character. Depending on what your dominant trait is, that will basically affect what type of character that you are. But I mean, they've made a lot of changes to the game that are really good. I got a chance to watch, Xavier Woods play 2K16 on his Up Down Down channel. Keep it tight because he got over 200K subscribers. He was playing as Tyler Breeze from NXT, and they had the whole selfie cam and everything. It's such a really good-looking game.
Yeah, and I know we've known him from, WrestleView.com and, the other podcasts that Trey and Adam did before, Wrestling News Live. That's Mace, our guy from Down Under. Are you looking forward to WD2K16, and what do you think of these new modes?
Stepped away for a little bit, but
he bounced.
He stepped away for a little bit.
Oh, okay, because he actually mentioned, just bring me in and I'll chime in. So okay.
Yeah, he stepped away for a little bit, but he had something to handle. But I mean, in general, I haven't pre-ordered already with Best Buy, so I pick it up Tuesday afternoon after work. But
after work, he says.
I am indeed anticipatory of this game in a lot of ways, and I've never been more excited for a WWE game than I am this year because, I do like new shiny things, but it's new shiny things that look like they can actually work.
Yeah, I'm not actually getting hyped for this game, honestly, and you want to know why? Because every time I've gotten hyped for a WWE game, some way, shape, or form, they've let me down. So I'm going to get this game, and I'm just going to play with a neutral mind, and I'm just going to take it in for as it is, and I think possibly I'll have a better experience, because one thing that's always pissed me off about WWE games is the creation studio, especially with creating a character and a moveset. I freaking hate all the standard freaking moves they throw in year after year after year, and you see better and more cooler looking moves on the independents and even on WWE TV now, even on NXT, and they're never in the freaking game.
Well,
so,
with the game, that's where the DLC comes into play, because they're actually adding new moves later down the line. So sometime around December to January, we'll get a new moves pack, and they'll include a lot of the new moves from NXT based on the characters and whatnot. You can't always get all the characters, especially since a lot of the characters are new, like Apollo Crews and a couple other guys. They're new. They're not going to see them in the game, and then obviously they could.
Well, I ain't talking about characters. I'm just talking about actual moves that have existed for decades that are never in a WWE game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially since the old WWE games were based off of like old New Japan and Japanese wrestling video games.
Yeah, and actually, just a little note here. Mace just stepped back. So, Mace, apparently I asked you a question while you stepped away, and I didn't know about it, so herp derp on me. Are you looking forward to the new WWE 2K16 game, and what do you think of the new creation mode for your phone?
Well, yeah, of course I'm looking forward to it, being a WWE fan and having been one of the two people who mainly talk about the damn thing on this podcast. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The only problem is that it drops on the 29th of October, which is the first day of PAX Australia. So instead of being at home and playing the game like I want to do, I'm going to be at a convention. Yay.
Well, don't sound too excited, because I would rather be at a convention.
I'm not. I'll explain why after we're done. But as for the creation phone thingy-wotty, yeah, like that was one of the first things. Like I saw them use a very similar type of technology with I think it was NBA 2K.
NBA Live.
It was NBA Live.
It was Live 16, yeah.
Yeah, at E3. And I'm like, that would be great for the wrestling games now that they're trying to get you to put your own face into your character. So this just makes it a little bit easier, and hopefully it comes with framing device so you can actually frame your face correctly so it's easier to slot it onto the character.
I mean, honestly, NBA Live does that. I mean, you frame it in there, and then they frame it for you. Like, wherever you miss, they'll fix up and touch up. It's not the most complete, but, I mean, in the same respect, I mean, remember what they showed with Stephen Amell with that creation suite earlier in the summer, Mace.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, they've streamlined the process of it, but to get the base down a lot easier from a photo is going to make it a lot easier to then maneuver the picture into the right spots to get everything settled.
Right.
Whereas last year, they just said, hey, you can upload your face to this. Okay, how? What dimensions? How can we frame it? Oh, it's easy. You just take a photo and do it. No, doesn't quite work like that.
No, and especially since like you gotta take, and especially when they said, "Oh, it's a little easier. You have to cut out the eyes and all this other shit." And I'm like, "Fuck, that's retarded."
Yeah, but just to try and do it once last year, I spent like fucking nearly 2 hours in Photoshop trying to get it right, and even then, I couldn't frame it up properly with the facial model that they have in the game. So that was 2 hours wasted.
So also, I mean, in the same respect, I mean, this actually gives more power to the creators of, who want to put in, especially since there's now 100 saved superstar slots. So I could imagine people going into places like Evolve and Shimmer and creating a whole bevy of independent stars.
It's like, hi, can I just take a really close-up picture of your face real quick?
No, for a lot of that stuff, yeah, it'll be like people will have photographs or they'll find promotion photos on websites and use those as the basis.
Yeah. So you could be like,
there's no need to get creepy like Bowman would.
Oh, I totally prefer the creepy route. That's obviously the way to go here.
So a lot of it is more or less like, if I felt like it, I could create I could take 25. I could take completely 25 different woman's pictures from Shimmer and just create Shimmer, especially since you can upload the logo now. So upload the logo, create the arena, create the belt, just go make him, like, put it in WWE Universe mode. Guess what? We got Shimmer on WWE Universe.
There you go. Simple as that. And you can do all of that starting this Tuesday. Got that right.
In the United States. So,
yeah, you European guys, was it a couple days later?
Yeah, 29th in Europe, Asia, everywhere else. So
yeah,
North America,
Tuesday.
But I mean, there's a lot of people that have the game early. So we've already seen an hour's worth of footage, myself and Mace, of WWE career mode. And Mace, what did you think of it when you saw it? Like, I know you were a little upset because you didn't want to see it, but
well, I still haven't seen it. I haven't had a chance to sit there and watch the video. I grabbed the video for later consumption, and I haven't had the time to go back.
Well, I mean, it looks pretty good, and Albert is the trainer. Instead of building him out this year, because reasons. So, But it looks pretty good. I mean, the game actually feels a lot better in terms of career mode, and it feels more fulfilling. All right, Josh, it's all yours, man.
Yeah, just like Keith kind of went to dilly gaff mode for this topic, I'm going to go into that same mode for this next one, only because, and I know all the hate mail's coming, I really don't care about Street Fighter, but apparently you guys got some Street Fighter 5 impressions you want to go through. Because, you
All
know,
right.
we don't talk about it enough on this podcast or on the website.
Well, not me, because I haven't partaken in the beta, so
I'm taking part in the beta. It can be fixed. Like remember, it's a beta, so you're not expecting much.
What do you mean it's not running like it's supposed to? Because it's a beta, it's supposed to be finished, and I'm supposed to be able to play it.
No.
Right?
No, it's a beta. I mean, you're not really gonna expect much. Don't expect much from beta. Like people expect way too much. Matchmaking. They had to put a hot fix in. First day of the beta to improve matchmaking.
You mean improve matchmaking?
Sometimes you would wait 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes between finding a match online. I got back on today. I was getting matches like every 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Every 90 seconds, applied a hot fix. Made Mika a little easier to play. Made a couple other characters a lot more viable to play. Like a lot of hot fixes are going in, and they're just fixing a lot of the stuff. But the beta is actually pretty good. The only problem is you have to actually spend fight money to unlock Corinne's stage.
Well, that's dumb.
Which is like, really? That's
okay.
That's irritating.
Gotta get you ready for that microtransactions, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. But there are five.
No, this is Capcom. You mean on-disc DLC, right?
Actually, they data mined it.
Yeah, pretty much.
People have data mined the Street Fighter 5 beta and found out there instead of 16, there's gonna be 18 characters in the game.
I don't believe it. I believe
two of which will probably one of which is probably gonna be an unplayable boss. So I mean, they data mined it, and there's a couple more stages.
Didn't Capcom go on record not too long ago stating that there would be no on this DLC for Street Fighter 5?
No, but did I say anything
and
about
again,
DLC?
it's Capcom.
But did I say anything about DLC? I said unplayable characters.
Potato.
I mean, unplayable character like that will probably end up being DLC later down the line. Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, it is kind of like Shadow Jago and Killer Instinct, but that's a different animal.
Or Smoke from Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah, that too. So that's things that seem. But I mean, the game feels really good. A lot of ways. There is some things that have to be fixed, like Ken's forward and backdash are like really, really fast for no reason. It's like literally the frames aren't complete. So like it feels like it's stutter stepping or like lagging at times. But the dashes aren't necessarily the most complete. I love training mode. The training mode while you wait for your matches, it's really fun. You get to play. If you want to do local matches, all you got to do is set everything to normal and set everything in the dummy settings to normal, and set the dummy to human. Boom, you got your local matches and everything.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was just dumb. I mean, yes, I'm glad there's a workaround, but at the same time, Capcom heard people say last time that they wanted to play local. Why just not put it in the game and let them play local?
Yeah, because I mean, you can play online, but you're not really gonna get the much experience, and people want the experience. So that's the thing. But other than that, Street Fighter 5 beta is just Street Fighter 5 beta. It's not really interesting. And the fact that we are getting like about one every 90 seconds, I feel like we're also getting some influx in the PC crossplay, and it's not bad.
Oh man, speaking of the PC, I was looking at some of the footage from the PC and screenshots. Yeah, that's looking very beautiful. 60 frames per second and maxed out quality looks gorgeous for the PC version.
Oh yeah, the PC version is 22% off right now. Like, you want to pre-order that, it's 22% off. You know,
still not gonna buy it, but I'm glad it looks good. I think my fighting game time is done or is dwindling really fast. I don't have the drive like I used to go play Street Fighter. which is kind of bad to say.
I mean,
but
honestly,
I just don't have it anymore.
I mean, I've said to myself, I want to go into the professional realm with it, and the more that I think about it, the more I play it, it's like I really don't care that much. Like, I would just love to have it just to have it.
I mean, I've been playing Street Fighter, for 20 years now. I've been playing fighting games since I was like 20 years, same amount of time. But honestly, I really don't care anymore.
Yeah, I'm the old man that's been around longer than Street Fighter.
So I mean, honestly, is it something fun? Will I pay $59.99 to get it? No, I'd probably wait till it drops on sale to get it. But I'm not gonna get it and want to play, professionally or have insane amount of knowledge. I'll play online just to play online and have fun. And that's about it.
But you can totally go to Evo with Sagat and just sit in the corner in Tiger all day and win a world title.
Sagat's not even in the game.
He's not in the game yet.
I see what you said. Yeah,
he's coming. I hope that he's going to be there just because he should be there.
Yeah, I mean he is.
A low price of $4.99.
There's still 2 more characters to reveal, so
But let's do that game we do. It's called Switching Gears. Let's get off of Street Fighter. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So
well, time out, Keith. Why you number 9's getting? Wait, what?
Wait. So that's what I was going to next, but you wanted to steal my thunder. Ha! You didn't get to do that. So
I didn't know. I was shocked to see that.
So a couple days ago, our friends over at Concept and Kenji and Fune stated that the progress of Mighty No. 9 is doing fine and that the game won't get delayed again. And then he snuck in that the game might actually get a sequel if the game does well enough. And I talked to a couple of friends of mine that actually went in and did the backing as well as a couple of forums like NeoGaf and everywhere else. And we're all like, you're announcing a possible sequel for a game that's been delayed multiple times. The demo has not assured backers that this game is going to be any kind of quality. You try to give us Red Ash, and you're wondering.
And it turned out to be Red Ass.
And you're wondering if this game's going to do well enough to get a sequel. Is there a problem here? Am I supposed to not to wonder or to be slightly concerned that you're talking sequels when your primary project is not even out the door yet?
Yeah, there is actually a problem here. You went to the Don Matrix School of Public Relations.
It's like
Don Matrix, fuck that guy.
It's like, oh my God, why are you doing this? I really hope that this game doesn't get delayed again, so everybody can get on it, get off of it, and it's over and said and done. Yes, this is perhaps my worst experience with a Kickstarter project, and I've backed quite a few projects on Kickstarter. This one was just a hype dream. I was hoping it would be as good as they said it was going to be. I was hoping it was going to be as good as its concept art and its original design, and no, it's nowhere near. So for them to come out and be like, oh, it might get a sequel. Yeah, no thanks.
Don't get me wrong. Mega Man fans are so rabid. And I mean, the dumb ones who will probably buy anything Mega Man because they're Mega Man fans, except for Josh. Because
I was gonna say, wait, because Josh is right there, right?
Josh is an economical Mega Man fan.
No, I'm only economical because I'm fucking flat ass broke all the goddamn time and can't afford that shit.
No, but there's people that will there are people that will obviously go out and buy every Mega Man figure they can get, even though they're broke as all hell. And I sit there and I'm like, yeah, they'll probably buy this game and warrant a sequel because of sales. Remember, critical success doesn't necessarily warrant a sequel. Sales is what really warrants a sequel. It's like, oh, we know these dummies will buy it, so these dummies will get another one, and they'll buy that too.
But that's the thing with games development, though. By the time that and this is not just Inafune who's doing this. Just about every company has been guilty of this in one way or another.
Facts.
They will turn around and they will go, oh, we're just putting our first game out now. We've got a sequel in mind. We're already starting to work on the sequel.
I'm trying to remember what other game did that recently. There was another game that was like, yeah, there's going to be a sequel to it. But I don't remember what it was.
I had no idea what you're talking about. I don't think there was anything recent. I mean, I understand that rationale there, Mace, but a lot of companies that are guilty of doing that are usually established companies. These guys, again, Red Ash, an anime, a musical, another anime,
a Mighty Number 9 anime, like really?
voices. Oh, we didn't get enough money the first time around. We need more money for voices. No, you don't, motherfucker. Just bring the game out.
Didn't they just do a slacker backer thing?
They're
Mighty
always
Number 9?
they never. It's never. What did I want to say? It's what does that jacket say? Metal Gear Solid 5 guys.
I don't know. I haven't played the game.
It's
Me neither. I'm sitting on a free download code.
It's never
I haven't played
over. It's never something game over. I can't remember. I feel bad, guys. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me. It's a slacker backer for Shenmue 3.
No, there's Mighty Number 9 had one as well. Mighty Number 9. Most Kickstarter games have this, where if you don't get into the initial pitch, you can still contribute money and get the rewards.
Right.
Because people were getting smarter, thinking, oh, maybe Joe didn't have enough money at the time we had this going, and he still wants to contribute, so let's get his money by doing this.
Right.
Which works, because it worked for me, because I totally was going to back damn it, what was that other game? The Castlevania-inspired one. I'm just having a bad day.
Bloodstained.
Yeah, and I totally didn't have the money to do the tiers that I wanted, so I had to wait, and then I got into it.
Honestly,
I would rather have my money back.
I did it with Shantae. I
wish I had my money back from Mighty Number 9 so I can give it to Bloodstained.
No, I did it with Shantae. I mean, I'm still waiting on Shantae, but at least Shantae's actually at least way
Well,
forward.
okay, here's my last gripe, and we'll get off that. So my gripes with Concept and Inafune are you haven't been consistent with the communication between us and you. You flat out lied to us multiple occasions, and you're making promises that you can't keep. But yet you are like acting like nothing's wrong and that we're gonna support your next upcoming project.
Of course, you're gonna act like there's nothing wrong.
I guarantee you, unless you're a complete moron, if they pitch My Number 9 2 on Kickstarter, that nobody is going to freaking contribute towards that. I would hope not. And that's it.
And this is coming from the same guy who, when he went out to found Concept, basically ragged on all the Japanese game developers saying they need to be more Western.
And then he does everything that a Japanese game company would probably do.
Exactly.
It's like, honestly, we know how terrible Sega of Japan is as a company. Is in terms of their history. Obviously, from what I hear, that they're starting to do a little better.
No, they're lying. No, they're not. No.
But I mean, I'm trying to be nice about it.
Don't.
We know Capcom's sordid history and how Capcom America tried to save itself by like, we're doing things right, and then they fire Seth Killian and then Christian Svensson leaves.
Did they fire him or did he leave?
I think Seth was let go and Svensson left.
I thought Seth left.
It was in some order.
It happened a long time ago.
But it happened.
Point is, they're gone.
Right. So at the end of it all, the Japanese companies need to just chill out. And they need to really start to honestly be more Western, be more like EA, be more like Activision. I mean, don't get me wrong, people rag on EA and Activision, but they at least have a mind about what really resonates with gamers anyway. At companies like that. And they give it to them, although dubious, but they give it to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, question for you guys. Do you guys ever enjoyed Pepsi Blue when it was around?
Yes. No, but I like Crystal Pepsi.
I love Pepsi Blue. I loved Pepsi Blue when I was a kid.
I bet you did.
Wow, CJ, thanks. You just completely ruined the segue.
You suck.
Yeah, so Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan mode is being renamed to Super Saiyan Blue.
And I think that is so retarded.
Yo.
What?
Let's hear everybody's thoughts on this. We know what you feel, Josh.
Well, I'll say what I said before the podcast went on the air when we were actually talking about the topics we're going to talk about. Yeah, fuck that.
Mace?
It's a lot easier to pronounce. I'll give you that much. It's like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan.
No,
Super
they
Saiyan Blue.
did that in the manga. They actively did that in the manga.
But
Obviously, that's how they pitch
It is better than the European dub of Dragon Ball Z, where they referred to him as Legendary Space Warrior. No, they didn't call him Super Saiyan. It was Legendary Space Warrior.
Dragon Ball.
No, but in all honesty, they did that in the manga with Goku trying to say Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. He bites his tongue. Vegeta's like, both of them are like, is there any other way to say this? Because it's kind of a mouthful. Vegeta's like, what? And then Whis is like, why don't you just call it Super Saiyan Blue? I was like, okay.
And it's still stupid. Like I said before, it sounds like a damn drink. This is really ass backwards. So
this is Super Saiyan 2.0, but we still have Super Saiyan Classic.
yeah. So let's see. So we have yellow hair, and now we have red hair, and now we have blue hair.
But the hair isn't even red.
Wait. No.
To Kaioken. It's similar to Kaioken.
So only Goku had that. Remember
Right.
that, and it wasn't just the hair. Kaioken had a reddish aura around the entire person.
He also had a reddish aura around the body for Super Saiyan God.
But his hair got really red. That's the only thing that changes.
That's the only real big difference. Yeah.
But so Super Saiyan, it was fine, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, that was fine. So then Super Saiyan God, which was fine. So but yeah, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan was really dumb. I agree. I think it was a dumb name, and I had the debate with a lot of people, and it was like, so when you came up with this retarded name, why didn't you change it then? So now it's Super Saiyan Blue, which I don't agree with because it sounds so childish. Like, why not call it Super Saiyan Ascended?
Well, that's the thing. It sounds like something that's come out of the Funimation marketing department more than anything.
Yeah,
but that's straight up Toriyama all day.
I know, but I'm just saying it doesn't sound great. It's what's next? Super Saiyan Green, Super Saiyan Purple.
They say this whole thing is going to be the next video game because you're going to go to the GameStop. You're going to be looking at the shelf like, do I want to buy Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Red or Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Blue? Oh shit!
A play of Pokemon. I see what you did there.
But in all honesty, I mean, here's how the Dragon Ball Wiki explains Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan, or when they lose the Super Saiyan God thing and take their base form again and they take on a brand new state. Here's a Saiyan Beyond God. So they're pretty much already. There's no real need to go Super Saiyan God anymore. You can just go straight to Blue and just call it a day. Which is like, what?
Which makes absolutely no fucking sense in the story at all. This just shows how fucking much this entire thing has practically been a fucking cash-in. You take a look at it, story-wise, you had to use 5 Saiyans to make Goku into Super Saiyan God. Okay, now Goku, because he had that power instilled in him, was a...
You said
was
5,
or
right?
6?
No, it was Pan, Goten Trunks, Gohan, and Vegeta.
Yeah,
yes,
so and Goku being 5.
Yeah. No, I counted 5. Goku count 6.
Whatever. Who gives a shit? But the main point is, like, the idea behind Super Saiyan God was to take the power of 6 Super Saiyans.
Okay,
bring it into one to create the God. Goku then had that power still with him when it ran out. He taps into it, and then he's able to create, what is now Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta, on the other hand,
here we go. That's what I was waiting for.
None of it. Fucking none of it. He didn't have that power tapped into. He was one of the ones that had to give his power to Goku. How the fuck did he be able to ascend such a thing as Super Saiyan God to become Super Saiyan Blue?
Exactly.
Now they want to say, but now they have fucking Super Saiyan Beyond God. No,
it's not Super Saiyan Beyond God. It's Saiyan Beyond God, which is pretty much base form, but instead of the regular aura they have, the aura is more milky white. That's how they explain it. I'm confused.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the fucking thing on Dragon Ball Wii, and that's why I hate fucking using, these fan fucking wiki things as, quotes, because they come up with stupid shit like this. In the same breath, they turn around and they say that fucking Broly's got a legendary Super Saiyan 3 form that he's got in Dragon Ball Heroes, a non-canonical game.
Well, also the same thing with Vegeta. Like, there's no real explanation. So they're saying basically sometime between the events of Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, which I hope to God in Dragon Ball Super they explain.
Just give up on Super. Just give up on
Yeah,
Super.
they explain in Super that Vegeta attained Super Saiyan God while training with Whis.
And Vegeta obtains it. I can guarantee you, it's not going to be in the same way that fucking Goku's done it, which will prove once and for all Vegeta is superior to fucking Goku.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's a far superior fighter. No,
but
he's a far superior fighter. Goku's more
like,
of an instinctual fighter. Vegeta's like fighting tactician. Like, he's a tactician, but he's very hot-headed, which is an issue.
But like to go back to all of this, let's just call this shit what it is. It's Dragon Ball cash-in. Okay, it's Toriyama, needed some fucking money, so he's pumping out some more Dragon Ball shit. None of it he's actually fucking thought through and tried to link up properly, because that's how we're getting all these fan extra bullshit. And, sure, like, the name change, okay, it's more easier to pronounce than, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. And, sure, it just makes it basically changing it down to a fucking hair color. And at the end of the day, it's all stuff that's just designed to make money.
The only thing they did good.
I'm still mad. Pan inside of her mother's stomach just here's the power.
Yeah, that's what I didn't agree with. It's like, really, he's not even a Super Saiyan.
However, it did bring some credence to the fan theory that's been going around for years. Once again, fucking fan theory that female Super Saiyans were possible, and Pan was one of them.
Pan, I mean,
we'll never know.
We'll never know. Pan is technically during Resurrection F a baby.
Yeah, she was a baby in Resurrection F, and
during
GT she was a child, and at the end of GT she was an old woman. So we'll never know.
Well, GT is technically not canonical.
That's what I'm saying. So we'll never know. They probably won't even use her. I mean, look at it. They don't really have any room for any other Super Saiyans. They made Gohan a dick. He doesn't do anything anymore.
Nah, they made Gohan a nerd. That's what he did.
He was once the most powerful Saiyans out there, right? And now he
might actively still be the most powerful Saiyan. If they've said he's dropped.
Nope, they've said he's dropped.
He has dropped
considerably. He has dropped considerably. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. He was supposed to be stronger than Goku at his time, and not Vegeta, and Frieza just decked him out, gone. Didn't even have a chance. Had a hard time taking out the enemies at that. They dropped him completely.
Well, listen. It's stupid. Listen. We can shit on Pokemon for being a cash grab. At least Pokemon makes some freaking sense.
I don't even pay attention to Pokemon. I kind of enjoy Dragon Ball Z. It's one of my guilty pleasures, but when they start doing dumb shit like this, May said, Vegeta, that didn't make any sense. You have a cast of decent characters.
But what's the funny thing? And a lot of people, people was getting pissed off that, Vegeta could have killed Frieza. I'm like, did you not even see what's going on? Vegeta was fucking playing around with him.
Oh no, he was going to kill him. No, he was done. He was going to kill his ass. There was no ifs, ands, or buts, and then Goku's like, I'm going to kill you now.
Well, that just came down to a matter of timing. That was Vegeta gloating over a fallen Frieza. Frieza takes advantage of it, blows up Earth. Whis is like, fuck this, let me hit rewind on the VCR. And, then you have Goku, who now knows that Vegeta's messing around is going to cost them the planet. Jumps in and says, you know what, screw this, bam.
And a lot of people who are fans of Vegeta are pissed off, and I'm like, listen, do you not even see how the story went? Open your damn eyes and look at the story. Congratulations. You can't tell a good story when you see one. Or at least story structure when you see one.
Well, at least it's better than Black Zetsu being the cause of everything in Naruto, so. And remember, there's always worse.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
And if you look at it this way, at the very least, they did one thing they've never done in Dragon Ball.
What's up?
They've actually introduced ultimate power sets that cannot be beaten.
Oh yeah.
Was Beerus and Whis. They now know You can't beat me.
And Champa and the female Whis.
What?
Oh yeah, Beerus has a brother.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about the manga. Stop it.
What?
We're talking about the anime.
Yeah, this debuted in anime.
They debuted in Super.
Yeah.
I don't watch that. Thank God.
Yeah.
I started watching the first couple episodes of Super. It's like, yeah, this is a train wreck. I'm done.
Champa and Vados. Yep.
I've pretty much given up on it until they get to the point where they get to something new.
Because
currently retelling Battle of the Gods has been boring as bad shit.
So wait.
Also, welcome to Power Rangers, guy. I mean,
wait a second. So even though Bears and Whis are supposed to be the two most powerful beings in the universe, so now they have siblings all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, remember, Destroyer gods of different universes. So
This is.
I mean,
it's one big mishmash, and
remember how there's different there's different kinds for different sections of the universe. There's different universes. Like,
well, we know
Beerus is the Destroyer. Earth is in the 7th universe. Champa is in the 6th universe.
Right, so but he made it seem like there were other ones not directly related to him.
Yeah. Look, I mean, this is the explanation. This is what we got. I mean, there's not much we can really do but bitch moan and say, why, Toriyama, why?
Just write him a letter, and if he understands English, maybe you'll get your point across. That's all I can say. If it doesn't get lost in the I don't give a fuck pile at his desk. So, right next to the big-ass money pile that he's making off of this. So.
Okay, go ahead, man.
So, with that being said, is there anything else you guys want to add for tonight's show?
Yeah, we got the Rock Band Amazon reviews being done by Harmonix, and they got caught for that.
Oh, there you go.
Man, that is actually nothing new. I mean, I can wrap this story up in 3 words, or maybe even less. I don't care. There you go, 3 words. No, I mean, fucking companies writing their own reviews on Amazon and corrupting the shit out of the review system is nothing new. Harmonix is not the first to do it. Probably not going to be the last to do it. And Amazon ain't going to do jack shit about it if they haven't done so already. So, is this a big shocker? No, it's Amazon. I mean, who the fuck reads reviews on Amazon anyway? You go to Amazon. Wait. You go to Amazon because you already know what you're going to fucking buy. At least you do if you're a man.
Hold on. Some of the reviews on Amazon are freaking hilarious for some of the items. Like, have you never read Steam reviews?
No, because like Josh said, I don't go to Amazon and look at the reviews.
Just lost yourself laughing? I don't know.
No, because I know there's a difference with Amazon and eBay. When I go to Amazon, I know what I want, and I buy it. I don't look at the reviews. I'm already there knowing what I want. If I'm looking for reviews for something, I won't go to Amazon.
Who's saying? I'm just saying, don't you just go there just to laugh?
No.
I don't care about the reviews. I'm just going to see if there's a funny laugh out there.
Nope, I'm there to buy, not to troll. I'm there to buy, not to read trolls.
I don't know. I just like a good laugh sometimes. Like, that provides me a good laugh at times. And, you know, it's all good.
It's okay. You don't have to cry.
If I want cheap laughs, I go to fmylife.com.
Yeah, I'm going there right now.
All right, so Mace, you got any final thoughts?
Basically, if people haven't read it already, go and take a look at my nice little diatribe on DLC and pre-orders, where I get all angry and ranty and go, back in my day, now get off my lawn. And shit, and shit like that. Yeah.
I remember unlocking the special characters by playing the game, and if I wanted to get extra stuff, well, I had to go through the game and find it. I didn't have to pay no stupid $4.99 for all this bullshit and hogwash. You damn kids, get off my lawn with your DLC and your motherfucking on this shit, and I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
What I used to do, I used to put in a code in the name select screen and got secret characters and all that fun stuff to play with.
Or you can be like, I had to wait for the next game to come out.
That too.
Man, yeah, there was no damn patches, man. I gotta wait for Street Fighter 2 Turbo, goddammit. And I used to walk uphill in the snow to fucking KB Toys to get that shit.
Oh yeah, went down to Funko Land and got me a copy of Mortal Kombat 2. Had me some new characters in there. It was so much fun.
Wow.
Wow, guys.
I need my
Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it for our show.
All right. Thank you all for listening. This has been episode number 83 of the Outer
What
Haven
about me?
Podcast.
What
We had
about
your final
you?
thoughts. Your final thoughts was the stupid Amazon shit that no one gave a fuck about. So there you go. There's your final thoughts.
Yo,
Yeah,
wait,
man.
Whoa. That was in the topic discussion. Y'all just glossed over it.
Well, we ignored it. We gave no fucks given. That's what we did.
Exactly. So for Shadow
uh,
Haxer, Keith Mitchell, for Mice from Down Under, and for the resident herpaderp, CJ Bowman, who uses topics as his final thoughts. This has been the Anime Pulse, JJ Piedra.
Don't you dare.
Say Godspeed to all you out there in Radio Land. Peace.
What's up, everybody? It's Keith from Outerhaven, also affectionately known as Hacks. Before you guys disappear from this podcast, I want you to sit back and listen for the next minute and a half or so. There's actually some music from an upcoming album called VLAD II. It was a Castlevania remix album from Joshua Morse. It's coming out sometime later this week or a little bit. It's going to come for Halloween. We don't have an exact release date. But seriously, if you're a Castlevania fan, if you love video game music, sit back and enjoy this little snippet. Enjoy.